As mentioned in the last video that we did for you, we've been working on this thing. Believe me, we have been working on it. And like any new project, things work, other things decide they're not going to work. We lost all of our programming and we had to start from scratch. We just got this bird in the air, departing Sacramento en route to Las Vegas under relatively crappy weather conditions. As we mentioned in the other video also, we were continuing to do things. Some of those things have arrived. We now have the secondary PFC control yoke, along with the second set of CH rudder pedals. We have another computer, so the screens match what you should be seeing. Before, we were using a splitter, so what was on the pilot side was on the first officer side. The problem with that was that these monitors are 19-inch monitors, and the way they were set is it was cutting some of the picture off. So now we have one computer for the captain's side, one computer working only for the center monitor, and one computer for the first officer's side. We're still in the process of completing a pedestal here with some of the Go Flight radios that we're going to be using. Somewhere around this thing, yeah, it's right here. We got the fire control system. I've still got to put the handles together, wire it all up. It goes actually between the throttle quadrant and the pedestal. Finally got the gear to work the way we wanted it to, and reprogrammed a lot of the lights in the overhead so they work much better. We've still got a long way to go, still waiting for the actual 3 instruments that are going to go in here from Flight Illusion, which are going to be the attitude gauge, the digital altimeter, and the indicated airspeed gauge. Per Flight Illusion, if you ordered the thing today, it would take 8 to 9 weeks. That's how far behind they are. And I've got the LED strip. There's 60 of the mothers on here, and this is going to be for the backlighting of the throttle quadrant here, also for the backlighting on the shelf where the knobs are that control the brightness of the map light and the, that's what I say, both my son and I are dying from being sick also, and the backlighting on the main instrument panel here. So we also put the EFIS in today. Wouldn't get too close to that to show what a shitty job we did. We're gonna have to do a little bit of repair. That EFIS is from Open Cockpits, and it just didn't want to fit, as most items seem to be. You get one brand and you get something else and it just doesn't fit together, so you have to make allowances. I think I mentioned to you before, when all these lights were flashing here, that they wouldn't be flashing if you were in autopilot, which we are. That's why the AP is not flashing in red, and we're also on auto throttle, and that's why the auto throttle light is off. If I were to turn the auto throttle off, you can see the light starts flashing, indicating that I've got control of the throttle system. Same way if I was to kill the autopilot, the other light would flash. So this is where it's at so far. The dummy EFIS is done, all knobs put on, backlighting done. Still have to wire up the master caution and 6-pack, and we'll be doing that in a relatively short period of time. Right now it's actually finding the time to do this. This is our projected image from the one projector. We have another projector that we're going to put in too, so we'll have a what they call a dual head to go, so you get both the pilot and co-pilot's view. But sitting back here, if you'll bring that camera back, Jeff, you can get an idea of what it looks like from sitting in either the captain's chair or the first officer chair, which is where I'm at today. I let my son take the plane off and he didn't kill us, and we are over the Sierra Nevada range right now with some moderate turbulence, which we set the program up. When I fly, I like to do some either heavy to moderate turbulence. It creates a bigger challenge for you, especially when you're coming in to land. Go-Flight modules look pretty good when they're all lit up, as you can probably see. And we've got more coming. Going to have one more 166 module, so we'll have a COM1, COM2, NAV1, NAV2, and then one more for the transponder, which we're using this for the transponder right now. So that's the way it is. Somebody wanted to know and left me a note, can you make a video for me flying from one place to the next? Not right away. This is very time consuming what we're doing, and subsequently it's just literally taking all of the little time that we have. Somebody wanted to know, well, where do you buy this stuff? Again, that's why I made the first video, but if you didn't catch it, the company that made the overhead and the main instrument panel that we're using is a company out of Poland called Pol Dragonet, and it's spelled exactly the way you think it would be spelled, P-O-L Dragon E-T. And for me, they've been exceptional insofar as being on time with their product and providing a good product at a relatively low price. So hope you enjoyed the video. We'll keep making them. We are going to do a flight all the way from point A to point B somewhere down the line once we get those instruments in, and hope you enjoy it.
Something to be said is, yes, the CDU bay was homemade and the pedestal was homemade. So these are things that we didn't have the full money to get. We would have, but we just couldn't afford those.